cut with me and draft and cut with me a basic sleeve. Here I have my paper on a fold, and then I'm going to determine the cap height for the sleeve and the width. For the cap height, which I'm trying to do here, you need to divide your bust by 12, then you add 1 inch to it to determine your cap height. I got 4 inches, and that is what I'm trying to do here. Now connect the lines together, and that's for my cap height. Then I'll go ahead and determine my width. The cap width is going to be a bust divided by 6 plus 1. Sometimes some had 1.5, but here in this illustration I'm using just 1. I divided my bust by 6, then I added 1, and now I have the line connected together, the dots connected together. And the next thing is for me to make a straight line from my cap height right to the folded edge, just as you can see in the video. Then I will determine my midpoint. I'm determining my midpoint. On the midpoint, I will go in by 0.5 and also go out by 0.5. Then you connect it together with your hammer curve. Yeah, connect it together. Then label front and back. The outside one is the back, while the one by which you went in will be the front. Now here I'm determining from my shoulder to my elbow, and I'm going to insert the measurements. When you take your elbow measurements, you divide it into 2, and then your wrist measurements right down there, then you divide it into 2, then connect the lines together. And now we almost have our basic sleeve. Yeah, I'm going to cut it out now. I went ahead to cut it out. There we have our basic sleeve. Then one more thing to do, you open out your pattern, and then you remember we went in by 0.5, and the side where we went in by 0.5 is labeled the front, while the other side is just the back. You can see it, yeah, back and front. And now I'll go ahead to transfer this on my fabric. There are 2 ways to do it. It's either you open out your pattern, and then you open out your pattern this way, then add your allowances, just like you can see in the video. You had the allowance on both sides and to the cap height. Yeah, or you have your fabrics folded into 4. You have your fabric folded this way, you can see it. Then your pattern also folded, being on a fold. Then place it, secure it down with a pin. You can see what I'm doing there. You can see what I'm doing there. Then you pin it down. Then go ahead to add your allowances on the side and right on the cap height. For my allowance here, I added 1.5 inches to the sides, and to the cap height side, the shaped area, I added 0.5 to it. Then I'll go ahead to cut it out. Now we have our basic sleeve almost ready. Just one more thing to do as well. One more thing to do, you notch the middle. You notch the middle. That's where you're going to be joining to the shoulder slant. Then open out your patterns, because we still need to trim out the other side where we went in by 0.5, and that's what you see me doing here. And now we have our basic sleeve ready. So I'll go ahead to the sewing machine, join the sides together,